Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sorry, I am not Tackle Junkie 81. I promise he's here. He just got out of the shower. He'll be joining you here in just a few seconds, hopefully, because I am a terrible host. So, I don't think so. So, here he is. I can't answer any questions.
What is up? Hopefully she's got this thing good here. Do we have audio? We got video? Are we good? Sorry I had to change the time up a bit. Couldn't get out of work. Let me know if we got some audio, we got some video. Sounds good? Cool. All right. Everything's good. I didn't post this till the Book of Faces, but I guess they'll figure it out. It's a late stream. So guys, what is up, guys and gals? Do a little roll call. I feel like so rushed. I literally just got home like 15 minutes ago. I gotta get a drink. All right. Little roll call here. What's going on, Joe? Danny, what's up, buddy? What's going on, John? My dude Scott, what's up, bud? What's going on, John? Fat boy, my dude, what's up, man? How's fishing been, dude? Everyone, tell me how fishing's been. It's been slow. Like super slow here. Let me know what you're catching them on. If you got any new tackle, got any new equipment, let's talk tackle. Little Tommy, fishing Southeast, what's up, buddy? Daniel, Michael, South Jersey, Fisherman 028. I'll have a giveaway for you guys at the end of the stream. I'll show you guys that here in a second. So stay on to the end of the stream. We'll pick a winner for that. Yeah. Yeah. Be honest, I need a shave. Got a little stubble there. I didn't have time to shave my head. Douglas, what's going on, buddy? Michael. Everything sounds good. Sounds good. Cool, cool. Do I have any new tackle? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 boxes here and 3 rod tubes over there. So I got a couple things in. I was actually supposed to shoot that video after the stream, but after working late tonight and getting down here late and all that, I'll probably maybe do it tomorrow or tomorrow night after work to try to get it up on Thursday. So, and I did a little poll on the YouTube community. I said, if you guys wanted one video, you know, like 1 part, 2 part, 3 parts, or you want me to bake a cake. And I thought there for a minute, you wanted me to bake a cake. But yeah, I think most of you guys, let me look. I think majority of you wanted, one video on that. Let's see here. Community. We had 357 votes and 57% wanted all in one video. So I'll try. I'm not going to rush through it, but I'll try and get it as short as I can. But yeah, that should be coming out on Thursday. What's going on, Simon? Leather Stocking Angler, what's up? What's going on, Bruce? What's up, buddy? C's, what's your name? C's Carcass? Am I saying that right? What is up? Matthew. What's going on, Joseph? What you got here? Good to see you, TJ. Pulled a 6'9" bass last weekend. Love summertime fishing. Dude, that's awesome. And I used to love summer fishing. It hasn't been so great to me the last few years. I'm really looking forward to fall. And I usually never am. But this year, I'm really looking forward to fall fishing. A 6'9", dude. That's a tub, man. That is a tub. Little Tommy, been slow for you too, man. Scott, great to hear, buddy. It's been great for Scott. Leather stocking angler. Been slow, been skunked 3 times. The old lady, I mean, really, she went fishing with me yesterday. You guys will probably see that video on Sunday. She got the W. She got skunked. But in her defense, we were out there maybe 7 hours, but she probably only fished maybe 10 minutes. I think she did a lot of tanning, a lot of reading, and she didn't do a whole lot of fishing. I didn't expect her to, though. She just wanted to get away from work and relax on the water. Simon's looking forward to the fall bite. Tough. A lot of people that I'm talking to are saying it's tough, and they're still saying it's just because of COVID that the lake's got so much pressure. Is that what you guys believe as well? Are we just losing our skills, or what's the deal? You know, Junebug trickworm. There we go. Jason, what's up, my dude? What's happening, TJ? Nothing caught here lately. It's been tough, dude. It's been tough. I don't know that. Does bait fuel work for Z-Man? I don't know. I know you can't use like JJ's Magic and things like that on there, but I do not know about the bait fuel. If anybody does know that, let us know here in the comments. Well, Fat Boy says fishing has been actually pretty decent, but it's super slow. Been frogging a lot lately. Dude, can't complain about a frogfish, right? Oh no, Botanium giveaway. Let's get to the giveaway here. Got a bag here. I just threw a bunch of stuff here on the table this morning. What do we got here? Okay, how about some Excite baits? What are these? High floaters, like a creature bait there. Throw that in the bag. How about 10,000 fish Tataki frog? Throw that in the bag. Sakushi bugs. Pack of Sakushi bugs. How about Carl's baits, little trickworm type deal there, and June bug. Some what are these? Fishery lures, little creature bait there. How about a couple jerk baits? Couple jerk baits there. We'll get it all to fit in here. How about a little Guggen Junior Contender, a little swim bait? Getting pretty full here. We'll repack that. Hybrid, what are these? Hyperelastics. Patrick Sebile, little worm spin. And how about a little top water from Weston? Check that thing out. Pretty cool. Kind of like a little whopper plopper type deal. I don't know. That's probably 50, 60 bucks, if not more, worth of gear there for somebody. Stay on to the end of the stream, and we'll pick a random comment for the goodie bag. It will not be a Titanium giveaway. Speaking of reels, though, I do have a handful of the Akuma TCS reels that I'm still selling. I got 3 left. They're all right-handed and 6.6. No, I'm not leaving Akuma. I just have a ton of these reels. They're all in excellent condition. Not a scratch on them. I want $100 shipped per reel. If you're buying more than one, I'll work you a better deal. But I do have 3 of those left. You guys can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or email in the description, and we can work something out if you guys want one of those reels. What's going on, Kevin? What's up, TJ? How was the evening bite? So you seen the pic on Instagram or Facebook? Did I put that on YouTube? I'm not sure if I did or not. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. You guys will see what we caught on Sunday, but I was expecting a much better bite. But I guess we were there from about noon to about 7 or so. But yeah, it wasn't fantastic, but I did catch. Well, I'm sure you guys seen one of the fish that I caught there. So now that we're talking about that, a lot of people are saying that this fish, what do we got here? If you didn't see it, this fish right here, it's on my socials. It's on YouTube too, I believe. Okay. It was about 4 pounds. I'm sure you guys couldn't see that all that well, but look on Facebook, Instagram, or on my community tab. And I know there are striper in this lake. I know there's yellow bass in this lake. I'm not sure about the hybrids or white bass, but I thought white bass only got it right around 3 pounds or so. So I'm not sure really what this is. But if you look at the lines, they're kind of broken up. I thought somebody had said if they were straight, it's a striper, and if they're like this, it's a hybrid. If that's correct, let me know down below. I would like to know really what I caught. It's either a striper or a hybrid, I believe. I think you guys are calling it a wiper. I'm not real familiar with that. I could be saying it wrong. I don't know. But whatever it is, it was a super strong fish. And I even caught another one, probably half that size, that actually fought much harder. But yeah, it was cool. Definitely a nice surprise for sure. Well, Jacob says, tough bite in Ohio. Getting a lot of fish on drop shot, jig, chatterbait on occasions. The Tackle King. Have a Core 50 on the way. That's cool. I never got that one years ago. South Jersey Fisherman 02. Wait, I got some new baits coming this week. Couple JDM baits and new custom wood swim bait that I waited 10 months for. No kidding. Wow. Simon says, if you make a cake, make it the shape into a bass. Biscuits and gravy video. I could go for that right now. Whether I like them or not, I could eat them right now. I'm starving. You know what sounds really good right about now? After the stream, I may make a little run to White Castles. That sounds like fantastic. Nigel says, come to the conclusion that all the bass in Chicago have gone on vacation. That's what we say here, that majority of the bass here went over the spillway, because it's like, where did they go, you know? These lakes have just been getting so much pressure, though, ever since COVID, that I'm not sure that they're going to bounce back. That and all the rain that we've been getting has just been crazy. So that probably pushed even more fish over the spillway. Fish in the southeast. Fishing has been amazing. How do I delete this guy here? No, I'm just joking. Block. Fishing has been amazing. Got a bunch of fish today. Biggest was 411, and the rest were over 2.3 pounds. Most of my fish have been on big swim baits, or big baits, soft swim baits, glide baits, swim baits, and big weight baits. So the big baits have really been working for you, man. That's awesome. Good to hear it, man. Good to hear it. Been hot and dry. Yeah, a guy that I was talking to today said that they've been in a drought for like 3 months. Well, Kevin says, Topwater, Popper, and Spook been working well in Missouri. Oh, Missouri, you're not far from me, dude. I'm like 20 minutes from St. Louis. On river, I fish frequently. I find river fishing more productive in summer than lake reservoir fishing. Cool. Fishing for more. What's up, TJ? I fish the, not sure how to pronounce that. Pulled in some gobies. That's cool. Cool. What's going on, Steve? How you doing, man? Good to see you. What's going on, Pat? What's up, man? Hey there, TJ. For a second, I thought you were stuck at work when I seen the wife. I told you, I said, you better move the stream up. I said, I was at FedEx tonight, and it was like 7:49. I was still in the parking lot. I told her, I said, hey, either you're going to have to answer some questions and talk to the fellows, or you have to move the stream up a few minutes. Richard, what's going on, buddy? Anyone just tuning in? We got 85 people on here. If you guys are new to the streams and all that, I'm sure you can tell by now there's never a topic for these streams. We just catch up, talk, chit chat, just wasting some time on a Tuesday evening. But I think it's a good time. It helps me get to know you guys, get a little more personal with you guys versus having somebody on and really talking to them and ignoring you guys. So I kind of like getting to know you guys, and this is really the best way to do it. So this is kind of how we do the streams. We just kind of read the comments. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and we just pass the time for an hour or so. Let's see here. South Jersey Fisherman says the weather has been a lot nicer, but haven't got out to fish yet this week and try tomorrow. Yeah, I've been getting out a couple days a week at least. I was out Friday. I was out yesterday. I'll get out Thursday and Friday this week. So I'm still getting out a good amount. I'm not really catching that much fish. Not catching that many fish. So Michael says, yes, I'm here on time this time. We appreciate you, buddy. What's going on, Jimmy? The morning bite is great, but the rest of the day, tough. Is there any other days? I'm not really for sure what other day would even work better for me. But is there any other days that work better for you guys? The weekends are out. That was working for a while years ago, but it's not going to work anymore. Is there any other day through the week that you guys prefer, or is it just whenever I can get down here? Let me know, please. Mike's been good. Ned rig hasn't been working out though. I'm not sure I've even tossed the Ned rig this year. I have heard of the old 18 custom rods, but I've never used one. Never used them. Everyone is doing the same thing. Probably doesn't help, but what do I know? Fish in the southeast. I'm saying this summer I've gotten more fish than I ever have. Not a ton of big ones, but a lot of them. Dude, that's awesome, man. This has probably been 100%. This has been my worst year ever. It's definitely been the worst year at the ponds, and definitely the worst year at the bigger lakes as well. 100% worst year ever. I'm sure if you guys can tell from that last video, which I really think it could be the end of the ponds that I fish out there. I should have took video around that property. That property out there is my grandma's, and I'm sure you guys noticed in the last video, if you watched it, there was a lot of duckweed on that lake, and it took over the smaller pond that was behind her house. And me and Phantom Fishing, we sprayed it a handful of times. Obviously, we didn't do it right. It never killed it. And my uncle broke through the dam out there with like a backhoe or whatever, and he drained that lake into the big lake, because the big lake sits like 4 feet lower than that top pond there. There's only a few foot of water left in there. I'm not sure there's even any fish left alive in that little pond, but now that duckweed's probably going to take over the big pond out there, so that's not going to help things out. And it's kind of a pain to fish through. But yeah, so I'm not really looking forward to that. I mean, even fishing plastics and all that through it just comes in just loaded full of that stuff. So like I said, the top pond's pretty much done. The bottom, or the bigger lake out there, is already starting to go downhill. The back pond out there that was used to be really good. There's so many people sneaking in fishing that one. You can see all the footprints, all the grass being stomped down. So yeah, so the ponds could be on the way out. I don't know. I gotta find some better water. Now since COVID ended, the lakes have been more pressured. They were empty 2 years ago near beginning of COVID. Yep. Yep, man, that put a hurting on a lot of the lakes. That's kind of what's bad, for the most part. The lakes that I go to are pretty dirty, stained, muddy, and all that. So most guys are fishing that visible cover. So if which you only got like 2 docks on that lake, you got some laydown, some stumps, rock banks. I mean, that same stuff is just getting hammered over and over and over. And I mean, I don't know, maybe the fish are still there, but they're so conditioned to the noise and the sound and all that, they just don't bite anymore. I mean, I really honestly don't know. But it's like, where did they go? Like I said earlier, me and my buddy always joke about they went over to Spillway. I mean, did they? I mean, maybe they did. I mean, and think about it too. In COVID, I'm sure most people getting into fishing are probably bobber fishing. You know, worm, bobber, live bait. So let's say they were actually catching a bunch of fish. Maybe they took them all out. So I mean, if you had, and my buddy was telling me, on a normal day there, I mean, 6 or 8 boats was a lot. But when you're counting, 40 and 50 boat trailers on the weekends on a little lake like that, if that was like consistent all through COVID, I mean, they could have cleaned that lake out, because they don't really stock it. So who knows? Who knows, man? Buzzbait, man, that's been slow for me here. I'm glad it's working for you though, buddy. I was skunked the last 2 times today for my birthday. I took the rods and I caught 2 pounders. Nothing crazy, but it was nice. That's cool. And happy birthday to you as well. Let's see here. I saw one of your videos when you were fishing muddy water with bright neon colors. Completely contradictory to teaching, but it worked. Thanks. No problem, man. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. Leather stocking angler. I got one of them. What's up, JP? Barrick the Great. What's up? What's up? See, Carol, we went Sunday afternoon for about 4 hours and caught. Cool. What's going on, Blake? I love this stuff. Patrick makes hyperplastics are not talked about enough. Thank you, Danny. Everyone just tuning in, stick around. We'll pick a winner here at the end of the stream for, like I said, about 50, 60 bucks, if not more, worth of some random bait there. Kind of slow in Idaho. Yeah, dude, it was a cool fish. Good fish for sure. So you're saying a hybrid? So is a hybrid and a wiper, is that the same thing? Hybrid. Wiper. See, Daniel says here, it's a hybrid, 99.9% sure. Wiper. That's right, white bass. So a hybrid is a wiper and a white bass? Or no. Wiper is a wiper, striper, and a white bass. Is that 3 different fish? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I thought or maybe is a wiper a striper white bass. Is that what you're saying there? Okay, I got you. Michael says, I ate White Castles once. That was one too. I hear you, dude. I went with a buddy of mine. I think the most he ate was I think it was 18. I can throw down 10 or 12. And then I start to get a little nauseous. My wife's like, why do you eat those if they make you nauseous? But there's just something about them. I tell you what, if a White Castle comes out and the bun is like sticking to the box, they're perfect. If the buns are dry, sometimes I don't even want to eat them. I got to load them up with ketchup. But if you get a White Castle that's stuck to the box, dude, you got a winner, man. And I tell you, I'll go to White Castle sometimes. If like the grill's cold, if nobody's there, I'm leaving. I'm not staying there unless that grill is good and warm, so I know the buns are going to be hot. Oh, that's great. Let's see here. Miss Bates micro jig has been really killing it for me. Ned rig hasn't been working though. Gotcha. Daiwa Tatula SV TW 1000. 1000. I guess you mean 100. Tatula SV 21 Scorpion DC. I tell you what, that Scorpion DC is becoming one of my favorites. That's a tough one. If you're talking about the newest Tatula, definitely if you're talking about the older one, I would pick the Scorpion 100%. But the newer Tatula SVTW, that one has a lot of control and it has distance. I thought the previous was kind of lacking the distance, but if you're talking the newest one, man, you really can't go wrong with either. They both got a great braking system, but there's just something about that Scorpion DC that I absolutely love. But I love the new Tatula as well. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. I tell you what, before you buy one, you may want to look like a Digitaka, Japan Lure Shop, just because I think what do they call it? The yen, I guess, is down. So prices have basically dropped, with for American money. I guess I'm saying that right. So you can get a reel much cheaper now. Like I got a reel back here that I dang near got like $300 off getting it over there at Digitaka. So yeah, but yeah, you can't go wrong with either. But I do love that Scorpion DC. I tell you what, I'll put it to you like this: both fantastic reels. If you're wanting to throw a bit lighter bait, I'd go with a Tatula. If not, I mean, either one is fantastic. What's going on, Peter, man? I can't complain. Wait, Peter, hold on a second here. Is this who I think it is? Let me look. It is. What's going on, dude? Good to see you on, buddy. I have you're still on here. I have your box right here, man. It's ready for the video. I'll be shooting that probably tomorrow, but it should be up on Thursday, like I told you. Okay. Fish in the Southeast has hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Kind of helps us push the streams. And when just tuning in, I do have a few more of the Akuma TCS Reels for sale in the 6.6, $100 shipped. Unless you buy more than one, I'll cut you a deal. I got 3 of those left. And no, I'm not leaving Akuma. I just have a ton of those reels. I'm unloading a few of them. That's kind of, and I've done videos on this in the past. Like I told you earlier, there's probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 boxes over here. I got 3 rod tubes over there. That's what you guys will see in the next video. But that's what I do. I sell tackle to buy more tackle. So I just kind of recycle the money into the channel, you know. Lipless crankbait this time of year. I guess you probably could. I remember fishing with Fluke Master when he came down here a few times. I think one of his confidence lures. I thought he was pretty much saying all year was a lipless crankbait. For me, I really only toss them probably. I fish them in the spring some, but for me, it's more of a fall deal. JP says, I've been doing good first thing in the morning on top water baits, but been struggling during the day. Appreciate you, buddy. Bashless Chap, what's up, bud? Fishing for more. Wisconsin, there is a river there that flows into Lake Michigan. Bendito caught a 5-pounder last weekend on a green pumpkin, purple, and green flex Senko. There you go, man. Alabama's worst angler. What is up, dude? I haven't even gotten to take the boat out this year. Definitely my worst year. Yeah, I had a lot of plans of things I wanted to do this year, and yeah, I mean, I don't think one thing panned out, but it is what it is, you know. Take it a day at a time. I've gotten out. I can't say that. I can't say that I haven't gotten out. I'm not catching enough fish for videos, and you know, I know we talked about putting anything up, but I don't want like a dozen videos in a row of like no fish. You know what I'm saying? The video that you guys will see on Sunday. I mean, it's not going to be a fantastic fishing video, but I mean, it's a fishing video. You know, it's fishing. But the old lady's going to be in it with me, and it's just been an off year. Old fat boy, been going out a lot. I just can't catch any fish. Dude, I'm with you, man. I feel this pain, Jimbo. And also, whenever you got time for a live is good with me, boss. Appreciate you, buddy. That's a good old boy right there, man. Old fat boy. It's been tough, though, boy, man. It's been tough. I'm ready for like a do-over, like a restart, you know. Hopefully fall fishing's better than it's been here. Be honest with you, though, I can't even say I ever really do all that great in the fall. It seems like, because I guess it seems like we're in summer and then it goes like straight to winter here. So it's like we don't even have a fall. Sometimes it feels like that way with spring too. But it's kind of weird. I'm sure you guys are experiencing the same thing. August is normally the hot month. Today was like 71 degrees for a high. The lows, like the next couple weeks, I think are low 60s. Water temps already dropping here. It's already getting darker earlier. I mean, it feels like fall already, but we had that 100-degree heat like the last couple months. So it's like now we're not getting that, and we should be. I'm almost wondering, is it going to like snow next month? I mean, I'm getting a little worried here. Fish in the Southeast. What has been your top producing bait this year? And will you grab the color number 7? Will you grab the color Number 7 from LureNet. Number 7. I don't know what that is. Should I know that? Is that the name of a color? Color number 7? Let me know what you're talking about on that. Yeah, I'll definitely pick it up if you want me to, no problem. Top producing bait this year. Believe it or not, I don't even know if it's a square bill. I can't say that I've actually had a day where one bait just like dominated. Soft plastics. I mean, I've probably caught more fish this year on worms than any other bait, whether it be a ribbon tail, straight tail, speed worm. I think a worm has probably been my most productive bait. Don't worry. I mean, I'm tossing that square bill like nonstop. They're just not chewing it, dude. I don't know. It's been an off year, like we've been saying. You know what? There's actually in that smaller pond. That small pond is not that big out there. That had all the duckweed, and there's carp in there. I guess they're not doing their job, or I don't know. But I'm not looking forward to what that or to see what that lake looks like next year. It really needs to get sprayed by a professional. Jeff says went for a Harley ride to discount. They have 25% off, and they have some decent baits. I'm sure there's one around your area. Ole's, is that what it's called? Ole's? I'm always looking for a good deal, man. Daniel says there is a product you can add to the pond that will take care of the grass for you. I'll have to try and find the name of it again. I think those ponds out there too, I think they need some sort of like fountain or something like that in them too. How far the lakes you go from your house? You seem to hop, skip, and a jump away when I see your videos. The ponds that you see me fish when I'm not on my crest liner, I'm out fishing the ponds. Those are probably 30 minutes from me. The muddier water lake that I talk about when I'm on it, when I fish that is 20 minutes, 18, 20 minutes from me. The lake that I was on, usually if I'm not on that lake, the lake that I was on yesterday, that one's probably 45, 50 minutes from me. I'm saying majority of the better lakes that I'd like to go to, they're all like a 4-hour round trip. And with the way I'm working right now, I ain't got time for that. So I mean, I'm going as local as I can. If you spray the wrong amount of duckweed, if you spray the wrong amount on the duckweed, it will only make it pesticide resistant. The only thing I could see you trying is to find a manual solution to get it under control. No kidding. Maybe that's why it's not dying. Man, we did it wrong the first few times. Barrick the Great says, just got back from Florida and did some offshore fishing, which was productive. They fished for peacock bass, killed it on white X-Wraps. You ever thought about peacocks? I mean, if I could get down there to fish for them, heck yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. I've seen a handful of guys fish for those. I'd like to fish for some snakeheads too. That'd be cool. Like I said, there's a lot that I had planned to do this year. I thought for sure I would have found workers and all that. I could have been out of the truck washing, went full time with YouTube. But dude, nobody wants to work. You guys have already heard that story. Nobody wants to work. But yeah, that was kind of the game plan for have a couple crews to run it, us move to Table Rock, and then like I said, I can still take a check off it as well. And I've been doing it too long to get rid of it. But it is what it is. $60 boats on a small lake sounds like my local waters. Yeah, years ago, man, I was like the only one on that lake. Like nobody was on it. And I know it ain't from my videos because anytime anybody guesses where I'm at or says anything like that, I erase the comments. So, I mean, I know it ain't me giving it away. And there's nothing really from my videos that are really going to make anybody even want to go there, just because the fishing's never really been all that great. It's been better than it has been the last couple of years, but never like fantastic, you know. Pat says, this year I haven't been catching numbers, but catching some good ones. Had a 672 a couple weeks ago. Dude, that's a tank, man. Mid-July had a big, but I didn't have a scale 24 long and a yak. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, ain't no wrong with that, man. I could go for that for sure. Yeah, I get Trey back on the show here. Can we get Trey Harple on podcast? The guy knows the stuff about reels for sure. Anytime I have issues or questions about a reel, he's the guy that I go to. Oh, the frog that I showed? That was the I got a review on this frog too. That was the Tataki frog. It's in the giveaway. Stay tuned. He also swim bait. Where's it at? One of them Guggen Junior contenders. Some of you guys asked about that, so we got one of those in the giveaway too. Salted versus unsalted trailers. I'd imagine probably a majority of everything that I'm using is probably salted. I'd imagine if you wanted to stand up a bit more, you're going to want no salt or less salt. I'd imagine everything I'm probably grabbing is probably full of salt. Bandito finally got to try the ExoSwim Beautiful Bait. I'm a fan, man. What is a sand bass? I don't know. Anybody know what a sand bass is? Okay, so a hybrid is a wiper. Hybrid is a wiper, which is a white bass striper, correct? Now, here we go. What's it say? Web. The hybrid striped bass has horizontal stripes similar to the striped bass, except the lines for a hybrid striped bass are always broken, whereas those for striped bass are always solid. And I think we did discuss that. Yeah, we're mine there. They are broken. So we're going to say this is for sure a hybrid, which is a white bass and a striper, right? Steve says, never heard of White Castles. Dude, you better Google it, man. Jacob says, keep the content coming, buddy. Enjoying the videos. Man, I appreciate that, bud. Do appreciate that. Danny says, no White Castles, but we do have crystal gut bombs. No kidding. But we do have crystal gut bombs. Is that the name of a place? Yeah, I love the Scorpion DC. It is definitely one of my favorites. Roger says, pass on the White Castles. Maybe you got a bad batch, dude. If you get a good batch, I'm not sure I could ever stop eating them. I could down some White Castles, man. If they were right and them buns are sticking to the box. That's something probably too. If I was ever doing like a contest, I would order like just a few at a time. The way I knew everyone was going to be like real warm. That's the trick to it. Old Fat Boy says, Tatula SVTW is the best reel on earth. Hard to beat it, man. Hard to beat it. I might have a couple Daiwa reels in this box right here. Are DC reels good for crankbait setup? For me, this is how I use them. If I'm going to pitch, if I'm going to skip, I'm using a DC reel. That's kind of what they've really They just really worked out well for me for that. The Corrado DC was my first DC reel, and I did a couple skipping videos with that. And I was just so impressed with it. It's like, why bother with any other reel anytime you're pitching, skipping, whatever. So all my DC reels have some sort of I'm skipping somewhat with them, whether it be on a fluke rod, I'm skipping them under docks, whether it be on a jig rod or plat, whatever it is. I'm using a DC reel, like I said, skip, pitch, whatever it is. They're just fantastic. I personally wouldn't use one for cranking or really anything else, but you totally could. You totally can. Like I said, to me, they just have such fantastic braking. I just feel that it benefits me more to use them to pitch and to skip. So, but yeah, I'm sure you can use them for dang near anything. Michael says, Tatula limited edition on sale, tackle trap, $239. I thought those were all gone by now. Yep, I got a Bantam MGL. Yen is climbing, so buy now, think less. I actually, the last couple of days, I've been checking Japan Lure Shop and Digitaculus because actually Japan Lure Shop on this one is cheapest. I wanted the Anteri 70, and they're both out of the HG, and Japan Lure Shop's actually a bit cheaper compared to Digitaculus. But anyways, they're both out. The other places that I've checked are a bit more expensive than those two, so I just keep checking every day for one of them to get back in stock. But I might have a DC reel in this box. It's possible. Danny says, thumbs up on the Dio Tattoo SC. I have 5 of them. Yep, I love them. Fat Boy says, I ate 10 White Castle sliders and some fries after a night in Vegas. That was the worst, best idea I've ever had. That's great. Yep, Josh, live on your day off, man. When you change the handle on a baitcaster, does it change the gear ratio? That's a good question. I would imagine because the gear ratio, like let's say it's a 6.6, like these are a 6.6. Okay, 6.6. So every one full turn of the handle, the spool rotates 6.6 times, I guess that is. So if your handle's like a foot long, right? See, I would think, yeah, so a longer handle is going to bring in more line, right, compared to a shorter handle. Yeah, so I would think so. Yes, I would think it would. Good question. Rip a lipless in the grass. Cody says it's been a rough year here. The last Tuesday night tournament, I was a 42 boats, one FLW Pro winning bag was one fish at 352. No kidding. Yeah, it's a tough night. No, no fish fishing video. That would be a YouTube original. Hey man, it may come to that. It may come to that. No problem, Joseph. That boy says, "Hey man, it don't matter if the fishing is slow for you. We'll be here no matter what, dude. I appreciate you so much, buddy. Fat boy's my dude. Fat boy, we need to get you on here, man. Appreciate you, leather stocking angler. We'll just try to keep it on Tuesdays, but if the trucks keep getting in later, like they did the last couple weeks, then we may have to switch to a different day." I could do a how not to catch a bass video. That boy says August has been super cool this year. It is, dude. It's totally weird. Let's see here. I caught a 3-pound bass yesterday using striking rage craws. I love a rage craw. 3 digits, so you're hot. Stay cool, man. Next week will be cooler. Good to see you on here, though, buddy. Good to see you on here. Color number 7 is a color in the paint shop that Uncle Frank did probably the most anticipated color this year from LureNet. I'll check it out when I get off here. It ain't the one that just released it, the purple and chrome. Dave says same here. Some worms. Yeah, top water here. It's been horrible all year. I'm not sure. No, I think I've caught a couple on a buzzbait, but it's been super slow. Super slow. Andy says my top bait is Z-Man Mini Max Gizzard Shad color with a true bass minnow swim bait on it. And let me know what your guys' top producing bait this year has been. My favorite fluke is probably I think it's bruiser baits. I don't know the actual name of it, but bruiser baits. It's jointed. It's pretty slick. They got a great color selection too. Oh, I got you here. Ole's, or if I'm saying that wrong, they bought out Gander. Gotcha. Jacob says, I will say between the drop shot, Texas rig, a net bait, pack a slim crawl. That's been my top producing bait so far. Past month has just been tough. That's a good bait too. Frank was feeding the mosquitoes. That's always fun. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're not itching too much, man. Leanne, how you doing? Did Becca kick your butt fishing? We were out there about 7 hours or so, and she probably only fished for maybe 10 minutes. She was busy tanning, reading. I think she was sleeping. So yeah, she I don't believe she caught anything. It was fun though. Jamal says, I found a new spot on the river. Water's chocolate milk. Caught one big pike, but couldn't get bit on a spinner. What lures would you recommend? A river. I don't really do any river fishing. Chocolate milk. Caught one big pike, but couldn't get bit on a spinner. I mean, it's probably spinnerbait. Probably would be my my recommendation there. I'd force feed him a spinner, man. What color were you using? I guess a crankbait would be a good idea too. I would say a spinnerbait though. Aaron, what's up, dude? I just got your text here. No kidding, dude. 642. My dude Aaron here is I don't want to get his phone number in here. Check that tank out, dude. That's a 642. 642. I'm not going to say the lake. This dude right here, Aaron, good buddy of mine. What a tank, buddy. That's awesome. Was that one last night? Awesome, dude. That's where I need to go. I'd love to go back there. I've been talking to Mike about it. But dude, that's probably close to a 5-hour round trip from me. Definitely 4.5. Wren Lake, yeah, I've never fished that. I heard that's pretty good though. I heard a lot of guys that do fish it. They're basically pitching bushes all day. What's going on, Sean? You need to come out. Northern Cali, worst day this year was 26 fish, most coming on all square bill, dude. A square bill, jerkbait, and top water. That would almost be worth the drive, man. 26 on. I don't even know if I caught 26 on a square bill this year. That's how bad it's been all year. And you're doing that in a day. And I tell you what, dude, you won that giveaway. When I ship this out tomorrow, hopefully, if the winner gives me the info tonight, I'll ship your package tomorrow as well. I haven't thrown a big jig much this year. Chatterbait, I've tossed quite a bit. I haven't had much luck on that either. Speaking of chatterbaits, do I have that down here? Yeah, I think I'll probably show these in my next video. But the fellows over there at Berkeley were nice enough to send me a few of the slobber knockers. Look forward to playing around with those. What colors did they send me in here? We got some 3/8s. 3/8s. This color here is pretty cool. BL Special. BL Special. And we got one in white. Like I said, I'll probably show these in my next video. And we got a couple in half here. I like this one here. This one is herring. Herring there. And hot craw. I might toss these next time out. Joseph says, talk about illegal fishing. Here in Colorado, one of my favorite fishing spots is overrun with illegal bait users. Shortage of game and fish. No kidding. No workers here either. It is sad, dude. The reels that I have for sale, they are Akuma Tcs Reels. They are right-handed in a 6.6. They retail for like $200. I want $100 shipped per reel. Unless you buy more than one, I'll give you a better deal. I got 3 left that I'm selling. I'm not leaving Akuma. Some of you guys thought that. I'm not leaving Akuma. I just have a ton of these reels. I may let go of some of the SX as well, just because I got so many of them. But for now, I just got 3 of these for sale. $100 piece shipped. Like I said, if you buy more than one, I'll cut you a better deal. But yeah, whoever hits me up first will get them. I got 3 left. What's going on, Steven? Crystal. Crystal, that's a great name. Crystal's a name, but the burgers are gut bombs. That's fantastic. Steve says he hasn't had a White Castle since the 70s. No kidding. More White Castle talk. Brian says White Castle comes after fishing, not before. No kidding, not before. Or I'll end up hitting the bank, hoping that I make it in time. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't like to eat too much before I go fishing because I'm not going in half of these little, outhouses they have out there. Well, Michael, the only reason they're still in boxes and I haven't opened them yet is because I'm too busy working, so I'm not really missing out on anything. Yeah, Fat Boy, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I mean, I'm just assuming. I think it would have something to do with it, right? Because I think it would, wouldn't it? I'm sure one of you guys know this. The gear ratio, obviously, it's the gearing. But if you have like a 2-foot handle on here, right? You know what I'm saying? I would still think. I think it would change the gear ratio. And I could be wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I know it's the gearing, but I think a longer handle would still bring in more line, right? But I could be wrong too. I don't know. One of us is right, I guess. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. It's just one revolution of the handle. Right. I still think it would change it though. What do I know? I don't know. What do I know? Michael says, what's going on? Definitely the Daiwa tattoo. Let's see. You think? Have you used the Scorpion DC, though? It's awesome, dude. Here we go. What's this guy say? Regarding handle crank arm length, a turn is a turn. It's still a turn. So I don't think gear ratio would change, but you would have more leverage to horse a fish in for sure. I agree with that. More leverage, right? I'm totally wrong. It just seems like it though. I may have to make a handle about 2 foot long. I'm going to see what it does. That might be my next video if we're not making a cake. Steven says, hey TJ, I picked up a Scorpion 70 off Digitaco this week and haven't been able to fish it because I'm still injured. Have you tried that one out? It's the older model, I think the 17. I have not. The only Scorpion that I have and used is the 21 DC. Aaron says, size of the gear has to change, not handle to change the amount of line reeled in per one complete turn. All right, I believe you guys. That's what we're going with. It is not. South Jersey says, it would actually take you longer to reel the fish, the full rotation with a longer handle, so you would have to crank faster to complete a full revolution. It would actually take you longer to reel. Yeah, I get that. I get that because it's bigger, but I don't know. In my head, I guess I'm not right in my head here, but to me, the longer handle's making the spool spin more, right? Obviously, I'm wrong. We got a half a dozen people here that say it's the other way. Just, I guess it's the way I'm thinking about it. Steve says top producing bait for him's Ned rig. What's going on, Ted? Mini Max for Scott, top producing bait. Jackhammer, jig, biospawn, crawl. Sean says Lucky Craft, Square Bill, Mega Bass Vision 110. Tossing jerks already, huh? Top bait, Striking Rage, crawl. Speed worms for Dave. That's a good one. Josh says mule fishing Donkey Tail Jr. is my top this year so far. Bassless Chav. James, do you think the fact that fishing is up all over the country has anything to do with catches being so poor? I mean, with more people fishing, I mean, it's putting more pressure on the lakes. I'd say 100%. That's my thought on it. Oh, Aaron, that was a few weeks ago. That was a tank, dude. That was a tank, man. Looks like I just seen a. You didn't have to do that, buddy. Aaron, man, I appreciate $20, brother. Appreciate the donation. You did not have to do that, but thanks so much, man. Helps cover the shipping and everything else. So I appreciate you, buddy. Stay on to the end of the stream because maybe you'll win this bag of baits here, bud. Okay, where we at? South Jersey Fisherman 2A. My top bait has been nothing because it's been all over the bait. I guess that caught me the most was a swim jig, Berkeley power wiggler in the bottom. Crank. Gotcha. It's kind of how I am. There's not really one bait that dominated this year, other than like a worm, but Ted says, weightless Texas rig, green pumpkin Cinco just keeps catching them for me. Bank fishing, local reservoir. I probably need to pull out the wacky rig a bit more. Slobber knockers, you can burn them pretty fast and they stay down pretty good. I think that's pretty cool that they can do that for sure. I have not tried the Booyah one, have not. So what we're going to do, we've been on here an hour. We don't have too many comments left. We're going to run the giveaway, and then we'll go back to the comments here. I always have to remember how to do this here. All you have to do, I don't know what she put in here. Let's see here. Share screen. Share. Chrome tab. Giveaway tool. All right. So all you have to do is put hashtag or pound, hashtag TNL. TNL, and we'll start collecting comments right now. That's how you enter. TNL. That's all you got to do. Anyone just tuning in, I got a bag full of baits here. Probably $50, $60 value, if not more. Just do hashtag TNL. We'll pick a random comment here in just a few minutes. No, I don't have any left-handed Akumas, just the righties. He says, I've never had White Castles, but I know John Cho's dad. Yep, I agree. Sure, he definitely give you more leverage. Okay, maybe I worded that wrong. Steve says it differently here. A longer handle would bring in more line, but gear ratio wouldn't change. I guess that's kind of like my problem. I think some of you guys had mentioned that in another video that I did. I associate gear ratio with how much line you're bringing in, meaning like I know a 5-speed brings in less than a 7-speed. You know what I mean? So maybe it doesn't actually change the gearing, but it brings in more line. So maybe I worded it wrong. Or maybe we're both wrong again, but I still believe a longer handle is going to bring in more line per turn. So maybe it doesn't actually change the gear ratio, but still, to me, if you have a 6.6, you have a longer handle, it might bring in as much line as a 7-speed. So that's kind of, maybe I just worded it completely wrong. But, or maybe I'm wrong again. I don't know, but it still seems like a longer handle is going to bring in more line. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said gear ratio, but bring in more line. And I made that mistake on one of my last videos too. Well, it was a while ago, but that's what I was getting at. I just worded it wrong. Yeah, so now everybody's getting it right. Yes, it would be like putting larger tires on a truck. Yes. The circumference of the turn would change. I feel like it would add to it. Yeah. We're getting it now. Yeah, so a bigger handle has to bring in more line. Which, like I said, doesn't actually change the gearing, but a 6-speed brings in so much line, a 7-speed brings in so much line. So it kind of does, but it doesn't, right? Now we're starting to get on the same page. My favorite frog, man, I don't know about my favorite frog. Probably the frog that I use the most, probably Spro, Bronze Eye. Is it my favorite? Um, I probably, it might be. It might be. It's probably more like my confidence frog. I don't know if it's my favorite frog, but it's like if I just need to grab a frog, I'm usually going to Spro. You know what I mean? Just because I know it's a good frog. I don't know what my favorite is. That's a good question. What's it? Jackal Iobi? Is that it? That's a good one. Got the 3 legs. That's one of my go-tos too. And see, we're all wording it different. A longer handle wouldn't change the amount of line per turn, but it would change your speed at which you retrieve the line. I don't know. Somebody's got to do a video on this. Dustin says, I'm with you. Seems like a gear would spin more on a longer handle per one rotation. Yeah, the spool's going to spin more. You know, it's like, and I think this is how I explained it in the one video. If you have a dime and you got a starting point on the dime and you roll it to get back to that point versus a quarter, the quarter is going to go further, right? It's no different than a bigger handle. So the spool would actually turn more with a bigger handle, which you would bring in more line. See, I shouldn't have doubted myself. See, now Michael's saying it would slow it down, if anything. I don't know anymore. Now I'm confused. I appreciate you, buddy. We need to get back out on the water, man. Okay, now we're down to all the entries here. All the entries. Well, Dave, what's up, buddy? He says, caught the most on a wacky rig. But most lost lure is definitely the jig again. What's everyone's most lost lure this year? Most lost lure, like you lost or you lost fish on? Every year for sure, I lose more square bills than anything. I'm constantly breaking those things off. I think my problem is, and I keep lure retrievers on my boat, but I fish a lot of chunk rock. And I think my problem is the bait goes like between two rocks and it's underneath them. And I can't get the lure retriever between the rocks to get my bait out. So I'm constantly breaking off square bills. Okay, so we've changed the wording. Handle length did not change gear ratio, but does it bring more line in? Okay, here we go. Here's another one. If you have a reel that brings in 32 inches in one turn of the handle, the larger or smaller handle with both bring in 32 inches. You just have to reel further to bring the same amount of line in. Okay. I'm gonna have to do a video on this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He says larger tires, a truck is faster because their circumference is greater per one revolution of the tire. There you go. Next video, put it to the test. Okay, Daniel says, it wouldn't bring in more line per turn. Think of a center the handle mounts to one turn is one turn. It just makes the handle take longer to make one revolution. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It makes sense to me, I guess. Okay, he says, South Jersey says, you don't change any line per turn by upgrading the handle. You would have to change the gear ratio. Okay, so Tim says, the length of the handle won't change the amount of line brought in per rotation of the spool. It will stay the same because one revolution of the handle still equals one turn of the handle shaft. All right. It sounds good to me. That's what we'll go with. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what makes sense here. But you guys sound like you got it thought out. Okay, Pat says, take the handle off and turn the spindle one revolution with your fingers. it's a 7-1 reel, it will still rotate the spool 7-1 times. Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. Okay, Michael says, this might be like the new debate. Michael says the rotation of every turn would be longer, but would be pulling more line in per one turn. So with a smaller handle, you could do 1.5 turns to just one turn. Changing the size of the spool here. Bassless Chap says, mine just bird nest anyway. It doesn't make it around. Yep, 100% longer handle, more torque for sure. Oh yeah, I got videos on the Zuki bug when it first came out. Okay, he's saying it would absolutely bring more line in. I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think I was saying gear ratio, but I meant more line in. But some of you guys got some pretty good answers, so I truly do not know the answer to that. I personally think it would bring more line in, but I could be wrong. I don't know. You guys got some great answers here, so we'll just have to test it out. I don't know. Okay, South Jersey says, I have upgraded Gomex's handles on my reels and didn't change anything. I measured it. The reel still brings in 33 inches of line. All right, here we go then. He actually measured it with a bigger handle there, so looks like we have an answer. I got a 44 Maglet Retriever. Those are awesome. Do I do any cranking? Is this your first day on the channel? I'm like a square bill fanatic. Okay. This is the last one we're going to read. We'll read one more. We'll read Aaron's. No, it doesn't. Remember, in a reel, you're turning several gears with the gear on the handle. Gear on the handle is different from gear on spool. That's what we're going with. Okay. This maybe could be the next week's live discussion because there's a whole lot of interest in this. I do appreciate everyone's input on this. Thomas says, sounds like a video to come on the handle thing. Yeah. So Shad says, here I keep reading. I'm not going to read anymore. Shad says, just depends on where you measure the ratio. Actually, gears don't change, but it would bring more line in, so it seems like. I don't know. I do appreciate all the input though. Joseph says the distance of the line being brought in would not change as you are not changing the spool size or the gear ratio. You would bring the same amount of line in. Oh, wait, we got a bet here. Tim says it absolutely won't bring more line in. I'll put up 1,000 on this deal with anybody. I'm going to put an IG video up on this proving the simple fact. There you go, dude. Cool. Do it, buddy. Tag me in it, man. Okay, what's Fat Boy say? Okay, topic change. When are you fishing next? How's it going to go down? Fishing next, probably Thursday, Friday is the plan. How's it going down? My guess would probably be very few fish. Just going off of the last few months. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and grab a winner here. I forgot all about this. Giveaway 2. Here we go. All right, we got 83 entries. Let's pick us a winner, and you have to be on still. So Here we go. Pick a winner. Draw. And the winner is Michael Bradley. Michael Bradley. Michael Bradley, you got to be on, man. Are you on? Michael Bradley. Where you at, buddy? You are the winner. Michael Bradley, where you at? You got to be on to claim the prize, man. He's probably at home jumping all up and down, excited. Where you at, Mike? There he is. Michael, hey, TJ, can I pass it on to Tim just for laying down the law? Hey, it's up to you, buddy. That's totally up to you. Am I hearing you right? You want to give the giveaway to Tim? Make a comment. Where you at? Congrats, Tim. Tim, are you there? Is that what you want to do, Michael? Let me know. Let me know what we're doing here. What a turn of events. I'm confused. Yes, to Tim. All right, Tim, where you at? Make a comment. Is this you? Right here. Somebody needs to decide who's taking the prize here. Is it Tim or is it Michael? Somebody let me know. Congrats, Michael and Tim. Let me know who's taking the prize. Michael Bradley says, give it to Tim. All right, Tim. Tim, we're sending it to you, man. So, Tim, I need you to, and if you don't want it, give it away. So, Tim, send me your info, Instagram, Facebook, or email in the description. I'll ship it out. You don't want it, give it to somebody else. Tell you what, it was a fun stream. I learned something. Appreciate everyone's input. Hopefully you guys and gals had a good time. And it should wrap it up. As long as nothing's changed, Tim is the winner. All right. No problem, man. Oh, wait. That's the wrong guy. No problem, Michael. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm loving, man. The Diamondback. Absolutely love it. All right, guys. We are out. It's a fun stream. Appreciate you guys and gals. Love you guys. Have a good the rest of the week. We will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.